So, Adrienne, the brackets got leaked a little bit early, so we found out we were number 1 seed in the Albany Region just a little bit early. Do you think that takes away a little bit of the excitement, or is it just the fact that they're a number 1 seed that will get them excited?
Well, definitely excited that we're a number 1 seed. Back-to-back years of number 1 seed is really a huge accomplishment for this program. And so I know our players, our coaching staff are excited about that. I think when everybody across the country is putting together selection show parties, and you get the teams that won outright and they at their conference, and when that reveal comes up, just to be able to have that I think authentic excitement when they see their name pop up on the screen. Those are the kids, you know what I mean? For any of these kids, they put all this work in season long, all seasons long. So it does it's like I don't know. Maybe it is a little bit of a buzzkill in terms of how it's revealed to you, but knowing that you are number 1 seed is exciting accomplishment.
So not trying to look ahead too far, but obviously number 2 in the Albany region is UConn. That would be a rematch, of course. What would you think if we got to that point and took on UConn? Is UConn a different team? Is UofL a different team from when we played earlier this year?
Well, I think there are 2 teams that we're going to play the way that we play, and knowing that we had the opportunity to host them here in the KFC Yum Center gave us great confidence, and so that confidence, I think, can go a long way. And UConn, is UConn, and they might be down a little bit considering the whole body of work in terms of the program as a whole, but I expect them. It's going to be a home game, if both teams are so privileged to reach that point where we're playing against each other to try to make it to the Final Four if it holds true. But we both have to, we got to start with that first game, and nothing is given. Anything can happen, as we know. We're one of those teams that we've been surprises throughout this tournament, so we don't take those things for granted. I think back to that Baylor game. No one thought, and you got teams coming in here with great belief and having that opportunity to come in and play in this field, and so we know what it's like to be the ones that have made some great upsets. But now that we've grown this program to the point where we're one of the elites, now sometimes you have the target on your back, and that's a different place to hold. So with our team, we're bringing some experience with us from last year's Final Four team, and they're excited. Everyone's excited.
Nick Curran, Louisville announces the number 1 seed in Albany, much to the chagrin of many ESPN broadcasters and UConn fans. What do you think about the 1 versus the 2 in the Albany bracket?
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think obviously that game here this year, Cards and UConn, Louisville getting the win, adds a little bit of fuel to everything. Louisville being the 1 seed, UConn hasn't not been a 1 since 2006, so that's pretty wild. I think it's big for the program because it's 2 straight years of being a 1 seed. You get it one year, which happened last year, and people could say maybe it's just a flash in the pan, you have one good player or something like that. But when you do it and it's sustained success, I don't think people can say that anymore. So I think it's huge for the Louisville program, and I think it sets up what could be a lot of fun in Albany, but a tough draw along the way before the Cards get there, so it's going to be fun.
Next question was going to be, do you see any particular difficulties on Friday and Sunday with Robert Morris and then Michigan or Kansas State?
Yeah, Robert Morris has been really successful. They've won a lot. I think Coach Walls mentioned that. They perennially win the Northeast Conference in the tournament. I think it's the 3rd time in the last 4 years that they've won and been to the NCAA tournament, so you never overlook that. And then I haven't seen a lot of Kansas State, but Louisville played Michigan last year in the preseason WNIT and know how dangerous that team is. It was a game that went right down to the wire. If it's there, it's going to be a lot of fun. And if Kansas State's able to beat Michigan, then you would imagine that they're pretty good as well. And I think either way, you can't take the second round game for granted. That's obviously a really dangerous thing.